It is a great honor and a privilege to be with Lili Hershkowitz, and your maiden name was Grimm. And Lili, you're originally from Serbia, which was part of Yugoslavia. And which town were you born in?
Subotica.
Subotica. Wow. So if you could just reminisce a little bit about growing up in your town, what do you remember? Lili, what is the first recollections that you have of growing up? What is the first things you remember?
I was born in the Jewish hospital in Subotica. In my father's arms I was brought up to our apartment in Subotica, in the Reichlevo Palota, opposite the main railway station in Subotica. Beautiful. Today an embassy with original Zsolnai ceramic. I was grown up there. A beautiful apartment, which was of course by the communists taken and then sold to a bank in Germany. The Bank of Germany sold it to a bank in Slovenia. Now this bank is functioning there in the street Kralja Petra 6, opposite the railway station, near the park. It is not a big town, but a very nice one. Art Nouveau, all the buildings, a population, I would say today it must have already 1 million.
Really? It's quite a bit. It's quite a big town.
It is a border town between Hungary and once Yugoslavia, today Serbia.
And Lili, did you have a happy childhood growing up?
A very happy childhood, very happy. Wonderful, wonderful parents, grandparents, relatives, friends, surroundings, you name it.
And you were the only child?
Yes.
And did you go to a Jewish school?
Of course. A Jewish elementary school.
Do you remember the name of the school? Wow, there's a lot of documents. Okay, Lili, if you want to show some pictures of the town, you have a booklet. I'll pick up. So what do we have in this picture, Lili?
In Serbia, the Jewish community in Subotica, 1948, made a list of the Jews living in Subotica, being in the occupation of the fascists between 41-45.
This is the book. And this is from 1948. It's incredible that you... And these... Wow, and inside they have all the names
They
and...
have all the names and all the professions
And where...
held by the Jews, including, of course, my father, my grandfather, the factory of the hats, the only factory that time which existed in Subotica.
And they have also what happened where the Jews were killed, in which camps as well. It's a very detailed list. So many were taken to Auschwitz. And your family's mentioned obviously in the book as well. This is very, very special. It's so sad to see that there's so many pages. Do you know roughly how many Jews lived in the town before the war?
120,000.
Jews were living in the town. And Lili, you remember the synagogue?
Of course.
So we have...
It is renewed, it is under the UNESCO's...
This is a paper cut of the synagogue. It's very, very beautiful. It's incredibly...
It's Novi Sad.
What is that? So this is the synagogue, the beautiful synagogue in Subotica. And Lili, do you remember going inside the synagogue? Do you remember the synagogue?
Sure.
It was a beautiful synagogue. So here's other pictures of the synagogue. And they have, it's amazing. This is a postcard, a picture of a postcard of this very beautiful synagogue in Subotica. And Lili, can I ask, were your parents married in Subotica? In the synagogue itself? Wow. And the synagogue remained? It wasn't destroyed during the Shoah?
No. Well, it was injured by bombing, but it is rebuilt, renewed and working.
And is there a Jewish community today in Subotica?
Yeah.
This is remembrance for the Jewish people in Subotica from an exhibition. So Lili, if you could just mention a little bit about, you have a very interesting journal. If you could speak a little bit about.
A short history of the Jews in Subotica and what they did for their town, Subotica, to build the town.
And Lili, can I ask, what year were you born in?
1930.
1930. And when you grew up in Subotica, Did you ever experience any anti-Jewish or anti-Semitism?
From sometimes, sure.
You did? Did you have any non-Jewish friends, or were they mainly Jewish friends?
Both.
So we just have, before we continue, we have this beautiful picture of your grandfather in the background, this beautiful painting. It's really, really special. I'm just going to zoom in. It's a magnificent painting of your grandfather.
He was a wonderful figure, well known in Subotica. He owned a factory of hats and a lot of beautiful houses he built in Subotica. A lot of property, all taken by the communists.
That was after the Shoah, after the Holocaust. Yeah, when it.
The communists came in 45.
Yeah. So if you could mention a little bit about the town you were reading, it's so interesting, the contribution that the Jewish community made to Subotica.
All the surroundings, moving in Jews in the Serbia, we have 4 sides: east, west, south and north. All the happening during the Jews moving in the south part of Bachko is a part of Hungary, Yugoslavia, all connected all the time. Mm-hmm. One Subotica was called Maria Zentopol. During Maria Theresia.
And Lili, can I ask, did you ever go back to your hometown?
In 2004 I was there for a celebration of 65 years of my matriculation in 49.
And how was it like going back? Did you remember your home? Did you remember the streets?
Everything.
Was it very emotional to go back?
I suppose so.
Yeah. But you had a very happy childhood growing up. And we have pictures I'm going to show of your parents. You can see your parents. Here's I think a picture of your, was this a picture of your mother before she was married?
Right. Ruth Clary.
This is before. And here's a beautiful picture of your dear mother.
Ruth Clary.
And here is a magnificent picture of your father as well. And where was this picture taken?
In Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik. And here is a very special picture of your grandfather. You could see your grandfather was very like an aristocrat. He was a very important.
He was a very, very charismatic man.
Yeah.
He loved dogs. He had 24 dogs.
24 dogs.
every day walking with two of them, the town, so that he was known that is the road with the dogs, walking the town.
Lili, this is a picture of your dear father.
My father.
Who painted this picture? It's
Ola Sandor.
It's a magnificent picture of your father.
Open the blue.
And Lili, this is a picture from
Subotica.
Subotica. So here we have a picture of a Jewish wedding. You can see inside the synagogue. Was it a very religious community?
The school where I matriculated, my second grade in the Jewish school near the synagogue.
And this was in 1939. And Lili, did you keep connection? Did any of your friends survive after the war?
I have 3 friends here,
Yeah.
2 of them in Washington, keeping in touch daily.
That's wonderful. So we're just gonna that is really, really special. And this picture, if you could, Lili, explain who is in this very, very special picture.
The family, Fisher from Cluj, Transylvania.
And Lili, can I ask, in your town, was it mainly religious or was it?
It was an Orthodox part and a neological part.
They also had neological. And your family belonged more to the, was it more to the Orthodox part?
No, neological.
Neological. But the communities, they had a good connection with each other. They got on well with each other.
My father writes, with love to Grim Lili, Subotica, 33 January.
And this is a picture of you. Well, I'm just going to wait 1 minute. I'm just going to zoom in. And that is in 1933. So you were 3 years old here. Lili, that's wonderful.
My father.
And Lili, can I ask, what type of work did your father do?
Me. the picture of our living room in Subotica with Mom. The dining room.
It's wonderful that you've kept these very special pictures.
In Bled, Slovenia.
If you could just show. Did you often go to Bled?
Of course, I learned to swim there.
It's a very beautiful lake. And Lily,
That was we wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
That was my mom.
We're gonna just take. This is your mom a little bit later. How old were you in this picture?
First.
It says Kodak. It's amazing. This is a very beautiful picture of you and your dear mother. You can see you had a very close connection with your mother. And we have we have a very beautiful picture here, Lily, of you and your dear mother. You really were like sisters. Your mother was your best friend? Your mother was your best friend?
Yes, indeed.
And Lily, can I ask, what type of work did your father do?
My father was a partner with Road Armin in the factory of Hertz in Subotica. He was the administrative director of the factory.
It's a very beautiful, this is, what a magnificent, it's a cutout, a paper cutout of the synagogue. And Lily, can I just ask you, when you went back to Subotica, did you recognize any of the people living there, any of the Jews living there? Do you have any relatives that are still there?
Some.
Yeah.
Being in connection even now.
Even now, you keep the connection? And they have in Subotica, they have a Holocaust museum and a memorial. I think this is a picture of the and Lily, what is your fondest memories of Subotica?
I loved Subotica. I grew up, I went to school, I had friends. All my family lived there.
And till the Shoah, till the occupation, till you were
the ghetto,
you had a very good life there, and the Jewish community had a very good life till the outbreak of the war. Wow. And I think the Jews of, well, what was once Yugoslavia, they were treated much better than in other parts of Europe.
Right.
Well, Lili, it's really been amazing, and Lili, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I just want to thank you. I'm going to, 1 second.
People who will see it on the YouTube live, they will enjoy it.
Of course. But Lili, really, thank you. You know, you brought the memories of your town alive, and we see all these pictures that you kept. It's amazing that you have the original picture of your
Matriculation.
So
Can you find me on it?
where's the prettiest girl? Let's see where and this was in 1949. So here we are. This is Lili over here. So Lili, really, you should just be well and be healthy and well at Mevesrim. And thank you so much.
I thank you, Seth.
Thank you very, very much, Lili. And looking at these beautiful pictures of your family, it's really, you know, it's so sad because you think of the amazing Jewish community that was destroyed.
Yes.
It's devastating to think
Yes.
what was lost in the Holocaust, in the Shoah.
Yes.
It's absolutely devastating.
Yes.
Who remained from your family? It was you and your mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Lili, thank God you're here to tell the story and to perpetuate the memory of the town and of your family. So thank you very much, Lili.
I thank you.
So this is the synagogue from 1902 of Subotica in Serbia. It really is absolutely magnificent. This is the interior of the synagogue. Lili, if you could just explain a little bit about Novi Sad and your connection to the town.
Novi Sad is a very beautiful town on the Danube. Tisa. Has still a rich Jewish community there.
And how far is it from Subotica?
An hour traveling from Subotica by train or bus.
And did you have any family that were living there? Or any relatives?
Not today.
But
They were all killed to the Danube by the Nazis.
But before the Shoah, you had family.
Maybe yes. I could imagine my father had.
And as a child, did you remember going to visit the town?
I remember not as a child, but later traveling there.
Was this after the Shoah that you traveled?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the synagogue, the very beautiful synagogue in Novi Sad. And Lili, can I just ask, when you went back to...
Tommy Lapid came from Novi Sad.
Oh, really? And Lili, can I ask, when you went back to Serbia, did you go visit Novi Sad as well?
But
Did you go visit Novi Sad when you went back to Serbia?
yeah,
And are there any Jews living there today?
yes.
Yes. And they have a memorial, and the memorial is on the Danube. So this is a picture of the memorial. And Lili, what do you remember of Novi Sad?
Leave me alone.
You don't remember? Okay. Is it just very hard memories?
Sure. My father visited Novi Sad on business in 42 when this terrible razzia came through, when the Jews were taken from homes and killed into the Danube. He didn't know. He came home without knowing what was happening there during the day. They were picked up when they arrived to Novi Sad. They put on the train when it was over and came home.
And he didn't know? Nobody knew?
No. That all connects to the Fisher family.
This is...
Fisher Erne. His daughter and his grandchild were killed there in Novi Sad, in the Danube.
The Danube. And was it mainly the Nazis, the Germans, or were the Hungarians that were also...
More the Hungarian,
More the Hungarian.
collaborating with the Germans.
It's very sad to think that Hungarians were they were the fascists also that were collaborated together.
Mm-hmm. They did.
But Lili, thank God you're here in Israel, and thank God you're well, and...
You see, those are the pictures of Ola Shandor.
Yeah.
The one sold in the auction.
Mm-hmm. Well, Lili, thank you very, very much.
It was a pleasure having you again.